Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday. I hope everybody had a blessed weekend. I did not get much rest, but I had a blessed weekend. It was crazy, it was intense, but I would do it again. I had a good weekend. Everybody, gems that are here. Hi, Akila. Hi, Jane. Some of you may recognize our guest today, but for those of you who don't, this is Moon Scarab. I'm very honored that he is with us today, and I will let him have the floor for a few minutes for those of us that do not know him. But for all the gems that are here that do not understand or know him, take some time, listen to him, and then go and do all the YouTubey things because that's what the best gems do, and give him all of the love. So, Ramon, would you like to say anything?
Of course. Hello, everybody. I'm honored and I'm happy to be here with you today, Hiroshi. Um, we almost didn't make it. We had different circumstances. Right now, I woke up with a fever and some sore throat, but I really wanted to be here sharing time with you and with everybody. I have a channel called Moon Scarab, and it's a channel that is focused on tarot, divination, and other esoteric topics. So I started the channel with a purpose of sharing with a friend some knowledge about tarot when I started learning tarot. And, it's, I thought, why not share it with everybody else? So I started with the meaning of all 78 cards of the tarot. And from there, I went sharing other tools of divination like runes, geomantic sticks, Lenormands, but I also share other things like poetry. I love writing, uh, artwork, some artwork that I do, and go deeper into other topics related with tarot. The correspondences of tarot with musical notes or with colors, and it's a channel that explores all these topics. And at the same time, it helps me understand better through personal practice how all these divination tools work. Um, I like creating my own divination tools, so I have some videos in which I share how I've made, pendulums, coins, some other crazy stuff. But it's a fantastic outlet for creativity, and like I always say, tarot and divination is a safe space that one has to be able to connect with the divine. And even if you don't use divination or, for example, tarot for spiritual reasons, it's also an opportunity for self exploration. So it's that therapeutical tool that helps us grow as a person and share that positivity with others.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm a-
I
yeah,
totally agree.
I'm originally from San Juan, Puerto Rico. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I've been here for 20 years, and you know,
Oh, wow.
I
Wow. So
yeah.
is that like dual citizenship?
No. Well, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, so we're born U.S. citizens.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
just
I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I have
grandpa
like,
is.
Bahamas or something. I don't know. My brain is somewhere else, I guess. I don't
No,
know.
it's
It's
the
been a
only
crazy
country.
weekend, guys. Okay.
Yeah, it's the only country, and if you consider Latin America, it's more Caribbean, but it's the only Spanish-speaking country that it's a U.S. territory. So yeah, we're born U.S. citizens. We have
Oh, okay.
exactly the same thing as here in the States. Same federal courts, postal system,
Okay.
cable TV. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
the dollar. We use
So
the
I'll just
dollar
go
in
there.
Puerto Rico. Yeah, yeah.
Great.
People
Great.
born in Puerto Rico can
Wow.
can run to be president. So yeah, it's been
Really?
yeah, it's been a territory since 1898. The United States was
Right.
in war with Spain, and they acquired Puerto Rico and they extended citizenship in 1917. So since then, we're
Hmm.
born Americans. Yeah. but we
Okay.
speak Spanish.
I like
But a
that.
lot of
I
people
like
in Puerto Rico, yeah, we're bilingual in different levels. Some more than others, but a lot of the textbooks in school, in college, or in English. Um, yeah, so some people more fluent than others, but English is part of it's now part of our culture to the point that there is what we call Spanglish. So we kind of like mix in the sentences Spanish and English at the same time. More people who live here in the States, but yeah, it's yeah, we're
well,
born
I
U.S.
love it.
citizens. So
I love it. I love the accent. It sounds wonderful to me. I love, love, love it. Alrighty, guys. So I've got four beautiful gems that are starred. So you guys know how we do it over here. We have no idea who's going to get picked because when we have a guest, the guest gets to pick. They get to go by who they feel the most drawn to. So we're going to start in just a second. We're going to let him get his stuff together. I've already got your guys' messages out. This week, I will also be adding in a stone for you. So remember, if you have the stone, grab it. If you don't, I'm not telling you to purchase it, but I'm definitely telling you that it could be something that would definitely be a benefit to you to maybe down the road see about getting one. And sometimes you run across a deal that makes it possible, or just start speaking it into existence. And if it's meant for you, it will find you too. So believe in the things that we can speak into existence. Alrighty, so we have 7, 8. So there's 2 slots available. We will be capping at 10, guys. There's 2 slots available, and I'll just go through the top 4 that I see right now, Ramon, which is Flower Beauty, Jackie, Hypnicity, and Jane. Which one do you feel a calling to first?
let's pick Jane.
Jane.
I can't see the question, so if you
Well, there's
say
no
it,
questions. It's just
okay.
basically a message, something positive
Mhm.
that will help them get through the week.
Okay. So I picked 4 different things, 4 different tools. I picked a Lenormand card, Oracle card, Elder Futhark card, and a affirmation card. So this one that I picked, it's the Bear from Lenormand, and this is a card that talks about strength, power, authority, and stability. Sometimes that something that we question in ourselves. We are the masters of our life, of our circumstances. We're not victims. We have full control of what's around us. The second card that I picked was from an oracle, and this one says on clarity. So I don't know if your current circumstances or whatever circumstance you're going right now is uh, clouding your judgment or your how to deal with a certain situation, but see that you have authority and control over everything in your orbit. The third one that I picked up is from this oracle, and it says, I am infinite potential. You have the potential to do and be and master anything you want. It all comes back again to this one. And the fourth one was Tiwaz, which is one of the Elder Futhark runes. And it's the symbol. I don't know, sorry for the glare. But it talks about courage. Again, it comes back to this. So you have full control of everything around you. Like I said, you're not a victim. You don't have to be a victim. You are not a victim. You have full control. Grab your life, grab your universe by the walls, if that's the right word. But have control of everything around you because you ultimately do have it. You have influence in everything in your life. And that's what I have for you.
Hmm, that's wonderful. So she 89-year-old mother. I love it. Love it. I love it. So I was kind of shooting for that kind of message that, makes you just kind of have that aha or maybe even the light bulb kind of moment for some, maybe there was some unsurety about something, right? That's absolutely not there, not even a little bit. In your crown, I got benefactor, which is about grace and generosity. When we think about the grace and the generosity, we think about who you are in general, right? Who you represent, the daughter in you, the wife in you, the mother in you, the giver in you, the person that holds space for people, the person that thinks about somebody else all the time while holding herself sacred, right? You don't drop the ball on you anymore. It doesn't look like you have a possibility for a reunion, and they paired it with the giveaway. So Jane, you got the giveaway card this week. This week, whatever it is that you're giving away, it is something that comes from the heart, right? This could be knowledge, this could be wisdom, this could be a gift, but it's coming from the heart. So therefore, it could be tough love. Coming from the heart means that it meant something to you first. It touched you first, right? It could possibly even be a strong standing in their world, but you are a bridge of possibilities in your heart. So you understand whatever this giveaway is. This could be a reunion or a union, you know, a ceremonial gift. It could be a gift to yourself. You don't have to necessarily give it away. You could re-bring something into your life again that you thought you were done with years ago, and you may find a new place for it in your heart today. In your hands, I saw a closing door and completion, right? So when you think about closing the door and completion, being done with something, you have to look at that in both aspects because there's two sides to that door, right? There's the side of you that you're standing in front of because you completed it, you're proud of it, you're honored with it, right? But then there's that one that's on the other side, right? That's that one that this is going to hurt. I'm going to feel this one. I had to do this because this can't go forward with me, right? That getting back to integrity that they paired the closing the door with. But because they were literally stuck together and I didn't see them fall out together, I'm assuming they're literally like putting the two cards back to back and then realizing that this lost compass that you're walking away from isn't necessarily a negative, it's a positive for you because this is the kind of positive that it caught you in time to realize that it is not going to be as big a fallout now as it would have been down the road somewhere. The crystal they want you to work with this week was Numite, right? So Numite is all about achieving self-mastery, inner power, and recovering from a sense of relief, right? So recovery is about healing, which again goes with your hands. When I looked and seen, did you have busy hands or idle hands? And what I saw was completion. You're closing a door, but you're closing both sides of it. So that in itself is almost like you would want to use this to recover from the energy. So that ultimately makes a lot more sense when you think about how powerful it can be with it being a recovery stone. And then I looked at everything else, and what I saw is that you are literally balancing a one ring circus. You know that you have a sacred pot that you can get to when you need that energy. And you also know the magical words, the prayers, and the blessings that will help keep this one ring circus in check and in balance. So it looks like you will have a productive week, but it does look like you are going to be very, very busy. So do everything that you can this week to remind yourself that you're sacred and you can only take so much. So cleanse as much as you can. But remember, a lot of these people are coming to you because there's nowhere else for them to go to. And that's the message I got for you.
That was great.
Ooh. I'll try in New Mexico. I like that. Hi, Maruta. Whoo.
Maruta, how are you?
Let's Maruta. No, let's see. We have Hypnicity, Flower Beauty, or Jackie's Crystal Moon was in the top four.
Let's do Jackie.
Jackie. Jackie. You are up, love. And if you're ready, Ramon, you can go ahead. I mean, I've already got the cards, but you are the guest, so you can go first if you want.
All right.
Mhm.
No, go ahead first. Go ahead first. I'm still shuffling here.
Oh, okay. I can do
I'm
that.
doing shuffle.
Okay, so Jackie, they want me to start with your crystal for the week, and it is one that I struggle with. So, uh, something. Okay, Aegirine. Igorine. I don't know. Let's see. Can you see how to spell it there? I don't know if you guys can see the spelling of it.
Age Ryan.
Aegirine. Okay. So Agerine is the crystal that they want you to go with for this week. And that is also the number one crystal in this book and in this deck. So that's that in itself is pretty wonderful. And it says that it's about integrity, solidarity, impactability, reliability, and consistency. Woo! I think maybe all of us need something like that. They paired it with unexpected visitors and having to follow the leader. So, this kind of stone with these kind of mapped energies for the week lets me know that you need to maybe not have your head on a swivel, but be very cautious about who could possibly knock on your door. You know what I mean? Make sure that you're kind of I get the impression from you that you kind of always stay ready anyway, right? So it's not like it would be hard for you to get prepared because I feel like you're always kind of prepared for the unknowns, right? I mean, when we're a mother, we kind of have to be. When we're a daughter, a child, we kind of have to learn these things, right? So I feel like that's not uncommon for you, but I definitely feel like you could benefit from the stone for whatever reason, whether it's a visitor that you didn't expect, or it's one you didn't expect, but you love them all the more for it, So whether it's good or make sure that you just handle it appropriately and make sure that you keep yourself in balance around this person. For your meta message, I got in your subconscious, I wanted to see if there was anything really standing out in the crown that needed to be possibly uh maybe just journaled about this week, because sometimes we just have a form of healing with journaling and writing, right? And I got the vanishing mirror. That means the subliminal ego, that super ego. It's not there. It's there, but it doesn't have any power. It's like smaller than a grain of sand, right? You absolutely give it its place, but it just doesn't have a future where it is as any kind of power. So this in your crown, this in your mind, this is a very healthy place for you to be. When I asked what was going on in your heart, I got drifter and fire. So something about experiencing life as it comes as your heart energy for this week is very healthy because they paired it with fire. Fire is something that is dangerous, but it is also very warm. It can be healing. It can be mesmerizing. It can be beautiful. It can be intimate. There is so many positives to fire, to the fire energy, to that warmth, right? It can be overbearing, but if it's in your heart, you already understand it more than a lot of people understand it when it's in their hands, right? So hold that fire in your heart, continue accepting life as it is, not necessarily you're the drifter, but you absolutely allow the drifting in your heart, and you know that there is healthy curiosity. And there are some pretty cool drifters out there that have seen a lot and they've got a pretty cool story to tell. And because of the fire that you carry with that kind of energy, you also know when that character may not be the best of choice, and you can tell. And you can also quickly move away without leaving any kind of energy for them to feed back from you. In your hands, you got me talks, right? So you're definitely taking care of yourself. You are releasing what isn't serving you, and you're also able to pay that forward, right? You pay it forward in cycles. They paired it with moon. So what you're going through in your hands, in your mind, in your spirit, although it may sometimes be uncomfortable, you know exactly what to do with it because you were built to handle it. And some people quite aren't built the same, nor could they handle it the same in the same hands. It could have went a different way. So continue blessing them hands and continue letting them bless hands create your week for you this week. It looks good for you. And that's what I got for you.
All right, that was great. So I looked up Agerine, if that's the right pronunciation, and it's a stone of protection and purification. So this is interesting because I pulled
Wow.
four different tools, and one of them is this uh, Elder Futhark symbol called Thurisas, and it's defense, protection. This is the first card.
Wow.
The second one I pulled was from Oracle, and this is challenge. The third one is uh, geomantic stick, and this symbol is called via, which is the way. And the fourth one is an affirmation card. Before we go to the
Mhm.
affirmation part, let's talk about um, like Hershey was mentioning that fire. Um, as we know, this is an oracle card, and it says challenge, but this is also part of the strength card, which is the fire element. Use that fire to deal with those challenges that you might be going ahead. But don't be susceptible. Use that fire for self protection. You know, as the as this card said, the affirmation card, it says, "I am secure. I have nothing to fear in myself." There's an opportunity to use all those spiritual tools that you have in yourself, that self assurance, that opportunity, that fire inside of you, to be able to move forward, to go ahead and defend yourself. But it's not only against the things that we have around us. Sometimes our own feelings, our own ideas, our own fears, and like this via, just follow your way, follow your path. You know, that's what life is at the end. Is that self exploration? We have to deal with all those challenges around us. Use that fire to guide you and to protect yourself on not only inside of you but everything around you. That's what I have for you.
Mhm. Wow. Wow. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Jackie says that that is a part of her
Three
run
sas.
sigil tattoo.
Oh, really? Look at that. Yeah, three sas. This is a symbol of defense and protection. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like an
Wow,
axe.
that's wonderful.
Almost looks like an axe.
That is
And you
gorgeous.
know,
Wow.
yeah, since that is your symbol, that's symbolizes using your own tools, yourself. You know, you are your own weapon against anything that comes against you. You know, um, which at the end is an opportunity to be able to grow and learn and move forward in this life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. That is beautiful. I hope you have a very blessed week, Jackie. Two on our first four is Flower Beauty, Peacock Rainbow, and Hypnicity.
Okay, you pick now, Hershey.
Let's go with flower. Let's go with flower beauty. Flower. Okay, okay.
I didn't pre-pick. I'm just like picking as we speak.
Hmm. Okay. All right, flower. All right. So the crystal I got for you, sweetheart, is hematite.
That's my
Hematite
favorite
is
stone.
about becoming grounded. I'm sorry.
That's my favorite stone, hematite.
Oh yeah, I definitely like it.
I love that.
It's about becoming grounded and getting back to earth and practically recentering yourself within calm and balance. When you literally can't see it around you, the stone will help you reach it. I asked him what was the energy that was needed this week for this kind of stone, and I got peaks of joy and protecting little treasures. So when I think about the peaks of joy, right? And I think about that sometimes we do have to look for those grains of sand inside of a mud pit, right? But it's those little grains of sand, those little peaks of laughter and giggles, those happy moments. They literally carry us through some of the nastiest, dirtiest, heaviest shit, right? And then the protecting of little treasures paired with the peaks of joy makes me think that these are just going to be grains of and positive peaks. These are going to be monumental. Like I feel like they are going to be just ground altering, shifting, wonderful because you're literally going to want to protect it with hematite. And hematite, because it's magnetically charged and can be magnetized, it can radiate it and it can bounce negative completely like 75 feet all the way around these beautiful little peaks of joy and these treasured treasures that you want and will need to keep to carry you through the week. In your mind, I got Feast of Plenty, which is about choices and honoring the consequence, right? Sometimes the consequences aren't necessarily a negative consequence, but it takes somebody not in a negative place to recognize constructive criticism and laddering skills as something other than negative, right? You have to understand that those are little forms of consequences that life itself, the best teacher ever, gives us when they show us and throw us into situations that cause us to realize the genuine definition of constructive criticism, ladder moments when we're trying to reach and they can get us just all but this far. We got to jump that far, right? We have to trust in ourselves that we're going to grip that one little inch. That inch is not going to be the reason that I fell off today. I'm not going to lose my cool over 1 inch. I got this, right? That is a very healthy place in the mind. They paired it with the blade, right? So that's how I kind of understand it as a cutting off situation that you're not going to allow it into your heart, right? So for it to be there with Time Master in your heart, what I feel like is that this blade is an afflame of spiritual desire that was created maybe in your REMs or your work state of mind when you're sleeping that allows it to be severed in a healthy way so that there is no thoughtful consequence or biased judgment being thrown, or an opinion, or uh just sometimes the negative Nancy's that a lot of people can be. When you're not allowing that in your life, and nor are you allowing it to fall from your mind into your heart, where it could be timeless, because we can't look at time. We can only look at unconditional in our heart, right? But first, it has to be unconditional for us. And in order for it to stay that way, and for you to stay in this energy, your mind knows that and creates this afflame energy that says you're not allowed. So, absolutely, with the magnetized, the hematite, the positive afflame that your mind has created to not allow things and negative to resonate in your heart, is why when your hands are not even busy, they are still balanced. So I don't see them as busy heavily this week. I see them just balanced. It's not a hard place when you're there all the time. It's actually quite controlled, and it's also a comfortable place to be. So because you can balance it literally on the tiptoes of your tiptoe, you got this. So continue holding yourself there, and everyone else will continue to value your boundaries as you continue to hold your beautiful plie. And even though you don't have a lot going on for the hands to get into, because you're here in this week, this is business, and business has to be handled. So absolutely enjoy it. Grab your stone if you got it, and enjoy your week, sweetie. That's what I got for you.
That's fantastic. So earlier you mentioned something about choices, and from I pulled three tools, and from one of them I got this figure, which is called conjuntio, which is a crossroad. The second one that I pulled was concealment, and the third one is an affirmation that says that I am open and welcome to whatever happens in my life. So use this opportunity of being grounded to be able to analyze everything, put everything in perspective in your circumstances right now. You know, be grounded in sense of take your time to be able to analyze those choices, those important choices that you have to make this week, and use it as an opportunity to be able to acknowledge, both the good and the bad. You have to be able to honor any negative feelings, any negative circumstances. Be open to everything that's around you, but be grounded, be realistic. You know, um, Things might seem concealed. Some of the situations that we have happening around us might not seem very clear right now to us, but they all lead us to a point which brings us growth. Earlier we were talking about, you know, difficult circumstances, whichever bad or difficult that we might seem they be, it always leads us to a place. So a place of positivity. There's always something underneath what's apparent. Hershey and I were talking about the name of the show, meta messages, and she was saying that originally the name came from a play of words with Metatron. But we're talking also that meta means a lot of different things, and one of them was that meta messages means when you're saying a message with a, and there's another one underneath. And the example that I put was, for example, someone is doing a sloppy job, and I say, "Oh, you're doing a great job," you know. With that message, I'm saying another one. So, and that is a meta message also. So everything that's apparent around us, even if we see that it's negative, that it's difficult, that it's concealed, we don't understand it, use this opportunity to ground yourself and understand and be open that whatever happens in your life, you have to be open to it because it's going to lead you to a positive place of growth, of understanding, and of lesson that ultimately you're going to be able to share with everyone around you. That's what I got for you.
That's wonderful. That is truly wonderful. So my computer is acting crazy again, guys. So give me 1 second here. Hypnocy, you were the last of the original four. So Hypnicity, are you still with us, sweetie? Let me make sure that you're still with us. Hello to any and everybody that has in. Thank you for being here. Remember to do all the YouTubey things, guys. You know how we do. Hypnicity is here. Yes, I am. I love it. All right, Hypnicity. You are up, and then we will have 6 beautiful gems remaining if you are still doing okay on time, Ramon.
Yes, I am. My throat
Okay.
is not that good, but yeah, I want to keep going.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to push it because I know that you are not at 100. So we are not going to overdo it. That's not fair for anyone. Woohoo! Oh, and I don't have my piece out. Okay. So, Hypnicity, you get one of my favorites. You get kite. So, you get a beautiful piece of kyanite. Kyanite is about resolving disputes, diplomacy, restoring harmony, mending fences, and building bridges. When I asked what was the energy this week for the reason for that strong stone, I got strength and a sad embrace. So, nobody likes heavy stuff, right? Nobody likes sadness, nobody likes loss, nobody likes to be hurt, nobody likes any of that. But unfortunately, life has to have it. It is a part of balance and it sucks. But whatever it is that comes your way this week, I promise you, you will get through it. I promise that there will be people to talk to you. I promise that you are not alone. And what I want you to do is if you don't have kyanite, we will find you a stone that is equally maybe that you have comparable or comparison to the energy, the property that you think or may need this for. But whatever it is needed of you to go through this kind of energy, absolutely understand that this is the universe having your back, proving to you that they will help you get through it. Your message is adaptability, right? So in your mind and in your crown, you got adaptability. So that does tell me that there is some change coming, or you're currently going through it already. It maybe started yesterday or over the weekend, or it's going to start in 2 hours and 20 seconds from now. Unsure of where in your life that placement comes from this week. This is all about a quest, right? This adaptability. You probably saw it coming. If it paired with the vision quest, you saw it coming in a dream a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, or 5 seconds before it walked through your door. You had a premonition and you saw it. However, it crossed your path. Adaptability is so that you don't break, honey. We all have to learn to bend sometimes, and change requires it. So instead of allowing you to break, I urge you to bend. Bending is not fun, but once we get the hang of it, we crave yoga, we crave bending, we crave stretching, right? It's a part of us, it's healthy. So look at it in a I'm already there mentality. I just have to get this part of me, this version of me, this current present version of me there. So it will take a little bit of work, but you're already there. In your heart, you got authentic self, right? There's no need for masks. There's no need of worrying what hat you have to wear for that moment. We all have to wear these hats, but just staying authentic to you and having that in your heart is absolutely a very good place for you. You've got needing direction and ancient one coming through for your hands, right? So there's something that maybe that was very old or something maybe in your lineage you found that it was something that maybe your family did, a tribe thing, maybe it was something that you want to learn how to do. Maybe it's about looking crazy for a minute when somebody says you can't do that, and then it's you getting to glorify that glassed and blasting moment of when you succeed and actually achieve it, and you get to throw it in your own reality, in your future. You're taking it with you. You are throwing it out there so that you can see it, you can start manifesting it. So do not let anybody tell you what your hands can't do, because you got ancient ones saying that you will do. You just have to believe. And that's what I got for you, sweetheart.
That was wonderful. So what I got goes in line with what Hershey was saying. I pulled for you three different tools. The first one is an affirmation card, and it says, "You can transcend outer disturbances and remain unaffected by them." The second one is this figure, and this is Laetitia, which is joy. And if you see it, it's sort of like a rainbow. And the third one is this image, radiance. So, like this said, inside of you, there's a silence that there's a place of peace and silence that cannot be disturbed. Take this opportunity of this week, the opportunity of this week, to be able to be undisturbed and to set your ground in whatever you want to do. You know, whatever your circumstances, the challenges that are around you. And like this figure said, the rainbow, Letitia, joy accepted with joy, find the positivity, be radiant from growing from those circumstances. You know, we transcend our situations in the level that we allow. You know, it's we set ourselves boundaries in circumstances in which uh, we don't believe in ourselves, in our capacity to be able to overcome anything that's around us. You know, we're only limited as much as we allow ourselves. Transcend the circumstances, transcend the fears, transcend the insecurities. You know, at the end, it's gonna bring you and those people around you lessons of growth, and anything that we absorb, just output it with radiance, with joy, and make the best of any circumstances. You can grow in whichever direction you want, and this is a great opportunity to take this to restore your confidence, your your circumstances in general. That's what I got for you.
That's beautiful. 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 Oh, ooh, yay, yay, yay. Okay, Akila. Akila, you are up, love bug. You are up, love bug. Ooh. Mm, okay. Okay. Akila. So the crystal that I got for you this week, sweetheart, is rhodonite. Rhodonite is about harmony in relationships, easily connecting with others, and having generosity within yourself. It's about discovering hidden talents that you can share with yourself and others, right? So when it means sharing it with yourself, we have to understand things, right? We have to have our own comprehension of something before we could ultimately pass that on, right? We wouldn't want to pass something on that we're not 100% confident in, right? Or at least most of the time we wouldn't want to, right? The repercussion of something that we want for somebody, if it would backfire, most of the time we want it to backfire on us so that we can make that part of it fire, right? We don't want to give a light bulb that doesn't work. We don't want to give a fish that can't be scaled and cooked. We don't want to give something that would ultimately turn out to be not the best intended thing, right? So you getting and needing and having hopefully a rhodonite for you this week with something that's being brought to life and cleaning house, something in this tells me that you're making room for something. Cleaning house isn't about, tidying the temple, right? This is literally making room for something. Maybe this is someone moving in, renting a room, sleeping on the couch, bringing 2 feet in a heartbeat to spend a long extended week because they're on vacation. Whatever it is that you're making room for, it is something ultimately that has real life value to you coming to life. You're going to have to clean something out to make room for this so that it can be a part of what's supposed to happen in your future. And you're going to do it with the power of rhodonite behind you, with you. If you got it, you know where I tell you, stick it in your bra, your sock, your titty, your pocket, your purse, your wallet, around your neck in a basket, around your wrist in a chain, however you have it. Just keep using it, keep allowing that harmony and that balance to be your motivation as you get through it. You've got beauty way in your mind. So you're literally seeing it. It's not a dream. It's something that you can physically see. You can ultimately almost touch it, right? You are that close to it. There's something about it that caused you to want this so desperately that there was sacrifices made within yourself so that you could reach lower places of yourself in your heart and heal, right? So this healing that went on doesn't have to worry about what it is that is going about this because the beauty sees it. Your mind sees it as beauty, right? So it doesn't matter that it may have been an ugly place that isn't there anymore because of wind and because of seeing it for what it is something beautiful. It's not there, right? It's no longer in your heart. It has been lifted away. The sacrifice for you that you made to yourself, that ultimately that's making that promise and not breaking it, you completed it. So therefore you have something very positive in your hands that you're going to be beginning brand new, right? This is something that you probably didn't see a month ago, 2 weeks ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. You probably couldn't even conceive that it would ever happen, right? So, but now you can, and you can bring it all the way to life, right? This is beginner's breath. You can literally mold it, shape it, form it because it's for you, and you're ultimately going to do phenomenal with it. And that's what I got for you this week, sweetie.
All right. So I pulled three different tools. One of them is an oracle, one is a Lenormand card, and the other one is um
Excuse me.
right. And the third one is a word from the dictionary, bibliomancy. So the first one is balance. Second one, and what do I get from balance? There's an opportunity to be able to move ahead and understand that
Did he freeze on us? Oh no. He froze on us, guys. Ah, let's give it a few minutes. We have faith. We have hope. He will return. Does anyone notice the moving colored pieces? Are we talking about over here somewhere? Yes, somebody keeps telling me that there's something there, but yet I can't tell you what it is. Yep. All right. So we will give it a few minutes and hopefully he will be right back. But, life is just and sometimes it's shitty too. Whoo. Apologies, Aquila. We will get this for you. We will get this. We'll get it. Do you have rhodonite? Rhodonite. Do you have the rhodonite? I love rhodonite. I have several pieces of it. I love, love, love it. It's wonderful. Uh, I don't want to start on another one. I'll give it just maybe a minute more. We asked for patience, and this is the exact moments. Hi, JR. Hi, Gypsy JJ. Hello, you beautiful peeps. Harley, hello. There he is. What is on the wall? Sparkly. Yeah, I'm working on trying to figure that out myself. I've been trying since this morning.
all right, we're
He's
good,
back.
right? I am back. I'm
You
glad
are
to be back.
great.
I don't know if it's over there or
Nope, we
here,
actually
but
back. We waited.
thank you. All right, so the first one I got was balance. The second one I got was a card from the Elder Futhark, from the Lorman, which is historic. And the third one that I got was just out of the blue, enthusiasm. So this is an opportunity to be able to. There's changes coming very soon. A transformation, a very big transformation that we have to accept with enthusiasm, right? What's important is to be able to balance those changes. You know, when we face a crossroad, a situation in which there's a change coming, there's a crisis. Crises are not negative ones. You know, what they are a point in our life that something needs to change. You know, there's something that, we are beings of adaptation, of evolution. And sometimes in our moment, in our path of life, we reach that moment of a crisis. That is just a symptom of something that needs to that needs to change to be able to grow, to move forward. And there's a situation in which you will face that will require you to balance your ideas, your circumstances, your emotion, and accept it with enthusiasm to be able to grow. You know, sometimes we just see the outer face, like I was saying earlier. We see the outer face, the the surface of situations, and we need to deep we need to dive deeper into being able to see what's underneath, like the meta messages. Sometimes life throws as us situations um, that we perceive in a way, but there's always something bigger under it. How we handle these things, how we balance these situations comes down to our perception, our beliefs in ourselves, and the balance of those forces within us to be able to move forward and grow from these circumstances. So anything coming your way, accept it with enthusiasm, balance your experiences, your knowledge, your inner voice, and accept the change because it'll be a great one that'll help you grow. That's what I got for you.
Mm, wow. Beautiful. I love it.
I'll do.
Mousy.
Hershey, I'm gonna do one more, and then I have to leave because like I said, I have a fever, and I have a sore throat,
Yes, no, absolutely.
but I do want to do another one.
Absolutely. Okay, so Mousy, you are our last read, Mousy. Again, I apologize to those we did not get to. We will, I will get to you guys. It might be next week, but it's just been crazy. So, Mousy, you are the last one for today. All right, Mousy. Okay, so the stone you got this week is watermelon tourmaline. It's about seeing perfection in the moment, basking in the bliss of just being, and natural joy and peaceful heart, right? So, this stone, when I asked what kind of energy was going to be paired with it for the week, I got gentleman or gentle gardener and field of dreams, right? So, this is absolutely wonderful to be paired with a watermelon tourmaline. It's incredibly powerful, and it has a lot that goes on to make that watermelon tourmaline, right? It does not happen easily. So understand that the perfect creation that it takes to make that kind of stone takes time, and it takes a lot of good gardening within your mind and within your soul. So be good and be gentle and be kind to yourself. The overall meta message that I got for you in your head is about protecting your future. So this is a good place for you to be at when you think about what's coming ahead of you. In the energy that they paired it with is about earth keeping, right? So this is about that kind of that dragon. You could see a dragon in here, you could see a phoenix in here, you could see a lot going on. You could see a Santa Muerte queen in here. You can see a lot going on when it comes to earth keeping and when it comes to protecting that future on how you want to see yourself, right? So make sure that you keep yourself protected and grounded as you focus on yourself when you realize that you yourself are your best healer. Your heart, you got soul retrieval, and they paired that with hunter. So you've got a lot going on with what you've been accomplishing with this soul retriever about looking at the bigger pictures and understanding it as a whole and understanding it and healing not just your heart but other hearts that could be affected. In your hands, I got the horn cactus, and you realize this is one of the best ones because it's a defense strategy, right? It only looks scary and horny, right? But it's really not. It could hurt you if it needs to, but it doesn't need to. It's very resourcefulness. And you have resourcefulness as your key word in your hands. So you do not have idle hands. So your hands are going to be busy this week, and let people be intimidated by how busy they are. Maybe it will help them grow and become a better person with their hands as well. And that's the message I got for you.
All right. I pulled three cards for you: affirmation card, an oracle card, and a second oracle card. So the first one says, "I have no self-image. Be open to infinity." The second one is love and beauty. And the third one is the snail. Don't have self-image. Be open to infinity. This outside, how we see ourselves, this is something that changes. That it's not permanent. What are you? You are love and beauty. You are positivity. You are yourself. The uniqueness of who you are is something so wonderful, so great. Use this time as the snail to ground yourself, to understand yourself, to enjoy yourself, because you are a beautiful person. You know, you are love. We're all love and beauty. And that's the important thing is share that. Enjoy yourself first. Understand yourself. See how of a unique and great being you are, and love yourself a little bit more. You know, that is the centerness. That is the pivotal point to be able to share that with everybody. Love yourself, ground yourself, spread that love and joy because ultimately that's what you are. This, the self image, this doesn't matter. It's inside. You are love, like I said. Share that. Uh, make that exponential because you, the oneness of you, you definitely have an impact on everybody else who surrounds you. And that's what I got for you.
Wow. Beautiful message. Beautiful message. Everybody, thank you so very much. Thank you for spending an hour with us today. Many blessings from us. We're going to go and we're going to heal and let our body retrieve ourselves. Until next time, everybody, sending you lots of hope and blessings. Have a great day, babes.
Thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome.